Hey tennis fans, I'm Grace Carter and this is Tennis Now presented by Tennis Express. Get your favorite tennis gear at tennisexpress.com today. It's not the new racket or new strings, it's not coach husband Bjorn Frantangelo, not aggressive tactics, and not the wisdom that comes with age. Nope, Madison Keys' remarkable run to her first Grand Slam title in Melbourne was the result of all of these things and more. More importantly, this is a story about the soul of a tennis player and the courage that it takes to throw caution to the wind and simply make a change. In the offseason, Keys changed her racket, changed her service motion, and her strings. And then she changed her approach to the big moments. Madison says her focus for the offseason was deciding to try anything, to be open to changes. Well, boy, did that work. She had a great nail-biting win over Iga Swiatek in the semis. Then, still going for it, she took down world number one Aryna Sabalenka in a stunning three-set final. Strange that a player who first came onto the scene at age 14 as a can't-miss kid and potentially the future of women's tennis could end up being a late bloomer. Those two identities are typically mutually exclusive, but not in the case of Madison Keys. In Melbourne and in this phase of her career, 29 years old now, the stars aligned for Madison Keys, and the confluence of all the contributing factors won her the trophy. Facing Sabalenka in the final, staring down one of the game's most fierce attackers, she came up clutch in a very tense deciding set. Madison is the first player to defeat the number one and number two ranked players at the Australian Open since Serena Williams back in 2005, and the first to do it at any major since Svetlana Kuznetsova in 2009. Here's what we're all wondering. How did she shed the doubts and keep believing? Her team, she said, believed in her. Because after a season filled with injuries and very tough losses, she didn't know if she'd ever have the chance to win a major. But with her new husband by her side as her full-time coach, Keys decided to let the past go and focus only on the present. She worked on herself in therapy sessions and came to the realization that she is good. That's a lesson we could all benefit from. Keys said from a young age she carried around a huge burden of big expectations. And she finally got to the point where she was proud of herself and proud of her career with or without a Grand Slam. She said she finally got to the point where she'd be okay if it didn't happen. Well, she let that burden go and played freely. How many players can benefit from this kind of self-analysis? Credit to Keys for doing the mental hard work. She was brave and put it all on the line and can be proud of herself. Brilliant stuff from the American. A classic run for a great human being. Way to go, Madison Keys. I'm Grace Carter. See you next time here on Tennis Now.